I'm Meryem. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Titan ML. People always ask us as founders, especially because we're in the AI space, things like how much money have you raised, and like all of these almost vanity metrics of how big's the team, how much money have you raised, all of these things. And I actually think they are exactly what I said. They're vanity metrics, and they're things that don't actually really matter to our customers. Our customers don't care how much we've raised. They care about the impact that we can have for them. And I wish I was asked less about those kinds of hype cycle driven things and more about the things that I think actually matter to our business. The things I wish I was asked more are the things that really matter to our customers. So things like, what are the problems that our customers are having now? I love talking about like the problems that our customers are having now because you find a lot of similarities between people at different orgs who think they have nothing in common because they're facing very similar problems. And then the kind of impact that we can have and have in the past. So I love talking about kind of case studies we worked on. And I love talking about our existing customers and how we managed to fight those pain points. Because I think when we can stay really close to customer and pain point solution, that's when we're able to build something longer lasting than a hype cycle. Being a founder is so difficult in a lot of different respects, and it's almost impossible to distinguish why it's difficult because you're a woman versus why it's difficult because it's difficult. So I would be lying if I said, oh, fundraising is difficult because I'm a woman, because I don't know that. Fundraising could have been difficult because, I don't know, I'm not very good at pitching or something like that. So I've not been able to kind of experience that direct correlation. And I know there is some, and I know that when I speak to people, there are biases and assumptions that they have when they look at me and they speak to me. But I'm unable to distinguish between that because I'm a woman, or maybe it's because I'm 5'11" and really tall. Obviously, it's probably not because of that. But it's for me, that's the biggest challenge that I have. It's like, it's already so difficult, and I can't tell you why it's difficult being a woman. I actually think the reason why we see so few founders at this stage that are female, especially in deep tech, is less to do with the deep tech ecosystem and has way more to do with the school system and the number of women that enter into STEM in the first place. In the very, very, very early days, you have to do everything. And as you grow, that can't scale. You can no longer do all of the things you want to the standard you want to. So everything needs to be done to a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 standard. And I can't do all of that and also do everything on my plate. So learning to delegate and like build the team that'll help you scale is really hard. And I found it hard to let go sometimes and be able to, instead of being like, oh, this isn't good enough, I'll do it myself, to being like, this isn't good enough. What processes do we need to put into place so that next time it will be good enough and I don't need to be as hands-on? And trying to turn it from us always driving the engine to us like creating an engine that starts to drive itself.